Hi there, I'm Claire from Chancellor Coaching. Today let's look at the Seven of Cups. Now if you've pulled the Seven of Cups, careful not to make that face of... You'll know what I'm talking about when I start to describe the meaning of this particular card. So this card can feel like you are going into quicksand. This card can feel like there's just too many options looking outside of you for a solution and it's just not working. For the cups, the Suite of Cups, like this is not the easiest card to read. So give yourself some permission to just play with the energy. Now, for me, when I look at this card, I automatically think of alcohol, drugs, the illusions, needing to escape the thinking mind, needing to escape the stress, needing to escape the anxiety. And we're looking outside of ourselves for that sort of happiness. You know, is the jewels going to make us happy? Is the victory of being famous going to make me happy? Is it, but there's that confusion and there's that lack of clarity. Why? Because it's all of that material gain from the outside world. Now, when I'm teaching people to manifest, one of the quickest examples that I give them to understand the power of manifesting is I'll say to them, what do you want? Like, what is that material thing outside of you that you want? Let's go with the black four-wheel drive. And I will ask them, what does that black four-wheel drive represent for you? 9 times out of 10, it symbolizes power, security, you know, the being able to see over the road, to see what's coming. And then I turn that around and I say, okay, so how powerful do you feel? And how secure do you feel in your own skin? And how safe do you feel with the people around you? 9 times out of 10, the thing that they want outside of them represents what they're lacking from within. So this is the perfect metaphor and the perfect example for what this card represents, is that looking for that power that's significant outside of you because it's missing from within. So do we go too heavy then? So choices need to be made when it comes to this card. If we go into the detail, I'm going to do things a little bit differently today with this particular card. So if we have a look at the detail in this card, there's a lot of symbology going on. Now, the clouds represent the careful for what you wish for, things being uncertain. There's all of these sort of illusions and options and confusion. It's just careful because things aren't what they seem. We've got the snake there in that one of the top cups, and the snake is asking you, am I a curse or am I the the word's just gone out of my head, but the opposite of a curse. Like, so am I your fear or am I your empowerment? The venom in a snake bite is what we turn into medicine. So am I your poison or am I your healing potential? So, you know, there's some murky energy there with the snake, and, you know, careful that you don't get bit by the wrong one. We do have the head there of Archangel Michael, the head of the spirit world there, bringing forward a level of protection, but that protection needs to come from within. The sense of empowerment needs to come from within, not just outside of us. We've got the dragon there, and again, it's much like the snake. It's a challenge. It's a curse. Is it empowerment? It just depends on what the spirit team tell you when you're doing this particular reading. Even then, I just felt myself go wobbly. So this energy can be sort of like whoa, whoa. Now we've got the wreath, and the wreaths always represent victory. Think about like the 6 of Wands, and he's wearing his wreath, or it's up on the wands, I can't remember now. And it's that victory. You've reached the abundant end line. But the thing is, like, when you've reached that goal, 9 times out of 10, again, we tend to, what follows after that can be a level of emptiness. Like we've been working towards this thing and now it's done, and now what? So again, the options in front of us may not be so satisfying. The jewels there, again, what's the curse attached to that? what does it mean to have money? What does it mean if you don't have money? When I reflect on this and I think of a friend who, every time we go to a restaurant, she'll look at the menu and go, gosh, that's expensive. And it's just this internal dialogue that's come from her childhood, because she can afford anything on that menu. She always chooses the most expensive thing. But, you know, it's like $5 for a coffee. Gosh, that's expensive. And it's like, why? Why are you holding on to that limitation? How about we get manifesting and bring in how can it get any better, inviting the universe to bring in more abundance rather than shutting the energy and going. Anyway, do you like how professional that was? Okay, and then we've got the Tower, which actually represents the Tower in the tarot, the major arcana card. So things aren't as what they seem. The foundation isn't as strong as it seems. There's some work that needs to be done. Now, the number one thing in those cups there is that little character that is covered in a veil that represents your higher self. That cloaked figure represents your higher self, asking you, what is your purpose? While you drug yourself out or drink yourself to escape the stress, or seeking all of that material ego, judgment kind of driven path, you're just going to keep yourself in circles. So let's have a quick look at what this card represents in a relationship. So if this card comes up, it does mean that it's time to withdraw from the relationship. It does mean that you've been giving another person too much energy and they actually need to hit rock bottom so that they get that wake up, that they can't just energy vampire off you, that you just need some distance. They need, again, or the team are also saying there that, or at least an assessment of what's important to you in this relationship. And just to, again, they're still saying to detach, but it's what's important, and then you need to choose yourself first. So if this is coming up in a relationship reading, I would be having a look at that internal battle to put themselves first. That's 100% where I would be going. Now, have I done the reverse yet? Because this card is like all over the place. So if this card comes up in reverse, it represents the need to reduce your options. The need to reduce your options. There's too much, it's too overwhelming. Stop searching outside of yourself for the solution. I think that would go either way, by the way. And it's time to have a look at your failures, what you've labeled as failures in the past, so that you can work through that, so you can really start feeling fulfilled inside. Knowing that we've got the Eight of Cups coming up next, that message is going to be taking yourself on a healing retreat and isolating to work on that. But right now we're still kind of assessing where you're caught between your intuition and your ego. So I know I haven't covered health there. I can hear the team talking. Similar themes that are going on. Liver issues, feeling powerless, feeling angry, can't connect to that inner guidance, feeling fatigued and on guard, feeling like we're in quicksand again. Probably need to do a past life regression on that. Yeah, anything else there, team? Because this card has got so much involved here. No, the team have gone really, really quiet there. So I bet overall, if this card comes up, letting you know that, your judgment is probably not at its best right now. We need to do a bit of an assessment about what you need, what's important to you on the inside, and to have a look at, what the path is moving forward that makes you feel good rather than what you're escaping. So on that note, going to escape the Seven of Cups. I'm Claire Chancellor. I hope that's helped, and I will talk to you later.